video, we're going to look at the calculations involved in the waves topic. So if you've not done so already, have a look at the video I've already created, especially on transverse waves and being able to label that wave. And this calculations then will follow on mostly from those transverse wave type questions at GCSE. So to do these questions, we need to know a couple of things. Firstly, what is frequency? So this is a commonly asked question in an exam, and pupils miss out one vital word and don't pick up the mark. So frequency is the number of waves. Now we always get that bit right, that pass a point people often leave it there, or make up a number after this, but it's pass a point every second. So if we had this little dot here and 2 waves passed, that would be at 2 hertz, because the unit of frequency is hertz, and that hertz represented with a capital H and a lowercase z. Now we have to look at frequency, and you might have to work out frequency, the number of waves that pass a point every second, using the time period of a wave. And the time period is the time it takes for one complete wave to pass. So when we're looking at a transverse wave, we've got the undisturbed position there, and so displacement will be 0. And then looking through, you can see we've got a nice transverse wave here with the amplitude mentioned there and the wavelength here. Now wavelength, we'll have that little symbol there, that lambda symbol. So the time for one wave is its time period, and that's measured in seconds. So we have to know that the time period is measured in seconds. And we can work out frequency from the time period by 1 over the time period. So let's say the time to complete one wave was 0.5 seconds, which means the frequency there is 2 hertz, because every second 2 waves would get by. And we can easily rearrange this to work out time period, and the time period is 1 over the frequency. So if we know our frequency was 2 hertz, like we just said, 1 divided by 2 equals 0.5 seconds. We've completely reversed it and flipped it on its head. So now we've worked out the frequency, we might have to work out the wave speed. So the wave speed there, velocity, is equal to the wavelength times the frequency. So the wave speed, the velocity measured in meters per second, wavelength in meters, and the frequency in hertz. So if we want to rearrange this equation to work out frequency, we're going to have wave speed, which is velocity divided by wave length. If we want to work out the wavelength, we can then rearrange the equation for have wave speed divided by frequency. And I recommend you watch the video that I've created on rearranging simple equations in physics, and that will explain how these have come to form and are fruition. So these are the calculations that you need to be familiar with, especially at waves at GCSE. Once we practice them, make them perfect, we're going to pick up 3 or 4 quite easy marks. Good luck.